Samuel! Groundskeeper Samuel! Is that you?
Who? Maker's breath. If it isn't little Nate. I'd know that face anywhere.
Groundskeeper, I am overjoyed that you stayed on. Please, do you know how my brother died? And my sister? I was in the Free Marches.
Your brother died in the war. And Lady Delilah, don't you know? She isn't dead, son. Not that I know of. Last I heard, she married a storekeep in Amaranthine. Don't know which one. Poor girl.
Did you hear that? My sister is alive. Could we ask around the shops next time we're in Amaranthine? Thank you. I would be interested to know just what happened to her. Delilah? Is that really you?
Nathaniel! I had feared the worst.
Times must have been hard, Delilah. But you can do better than this. Come back to the estate until we find somewhere else.
What? Oh, Nathaniel, I didn't marry Albert out of desperation. I adore him. He's so much better than that stuck-up Cousland boy that Father kept trying to set me up with. Oh, that was you, wasn't it? Awkward. And I'm sorry about your family. What my father did was terrible. Thank the Maker I'm finally away from his evil.
Father's evil? Isn't that overstating things a little? He got caught up in politics.
You weren't here. You didn't see what he did, Nathaniel. You want the culprit who destroyed our family? It was him, without question.
I had no idea.
Of course you did. But you always worshipped Father, right from when you were a little boy. Come, brother, let us sit and catch up a bit, shall we?
She said she wants me to come back. Once all this is done. Meet her husband. She's due by the spring. She seems happy. She said Father deserved to die. I still can't believe it. I thought he had his reasons. It was a war for Andraste's sake. Before I went to the Free Marches, he was never... How could he have changed so much? What if I'd never left? I didn't have much choice, but still. I wish I'd known some of this sooner. I feel like such a fool. Now please, let's get back to our business. I need to think.
It is so good to see you well, Commander.
You ever thought of returning to Orzammar?
Not sure I can. Technically, I'm a surface dwarf now.
Why, technically? You don't know for certain?
It's not like they send you a letter. Congratulations, you've been ejected from the warrior caste.
Do you care?
Sometimes. Then I drink more and it goes away.
The men are still clearing the rubble in the basement. They'll be finished soon.
Commander, just give me a moment.
You know, I'm actually not the first Howe to be a Grey Warden. Following in my grandfather's footsteps, more like. His name was Padric Howe. He joined the Order before it returned to Ferelden just after the war. Never contacted his family again. Just vanished. Now that I know about the joining, I think he died. Told what? The joining is a secret. Father always said he was a horrible man for abandoning the family to join a pointless cause. I grew up ashamed of my grandfather. But now I see his bravery. That will take some getting used to. There isn't a blight now, either. That doesn't mean Grey Wardens aren't still needed. You know, my grandfather had a bow passed down from his grandfather. I wonder if it's still around. At any rate, we should probably get back to it. There are darkspawn to kill, I'll bet. Somewhere.
You need anything, Commander?
Funny. Considering all the things that have been taken, it figures this would still be here. Good guess. That's her. My father hated my mother. He only dragged this painting out when my grandmother visited, which was not often. I'd be paraded before her like a soldier on inspection, and she would pick over every flaw while father awaited his turn. I don't really know. Her family was wealthy. I remember that much. They wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole now, of course. I'd be as welcome there as a bad rash. Anyway, someone should take this down. I think it's staring at me.
May I be of service? Certainly. May I be of service? Of course.
So what would you do if you didn't have to be a Grey Warden? Is it? You've never thought about it? Does nobody ever leave the Wardens? It's just a question. There are worse things to be, I guess. I've never liked the idea of being trapped somewhere, to be honest. It reminds me of the Circle. After my 7th escape attempt, you'd think they'd have given me credit for trying. I got really good at escaping the tower, just never good at staying escaped. Until now, I suppose. You know, there is one thing I miss about the tower. My cat. Mr. Wiggums. He wasn't my cat, he was the tower's mouser. But he took a liking to me. There were days when that stupid cat was the only person I saw. Except for it not being a person. You know, there is one thing I miss about the tower. My cat. He became possessed by a rage demon, but he did take out 3 Templars. Oh, I was never more proud. A toast to Mr. Wiggums, then. May he forever eat mice in the fade. Oh, look at the cute little kitty. He looks like Mr. Wiggums. Oh, but I don't know if I should keep him. We got into some dangerous scraps. I suppose. Well, I'll keep him just for a while, until I find somewhere safer. Is that okay with you, kitty? I'll call you Sir Pounce-a-lot. You can stay in my pack. Just for a little while, yes? Ooh, for me? Ooh. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. May I point out that you're all right? You're all right. Really, when the Templars came for me, you could have decided I wasn't worth the trouble. But I apparently am worth the trouble. Considering I'm usually a lot of trouble, I should be grateful. When you recruited me, I thought I was jumping from the frying pan into the fire. But being a warden is almost tolerable. It's a pleasant stroll through the park, with Darkspawn. You're a giver. I'm very grateful. I thought it was worth mentioning. Thank you, Commander, for everything. Shall we get a move on?
That looks fine indeed. That looks fine indeed.
Oh, I've always wanted one of these. Oh, I've always wanted one of these. This is nice. Is this what I think it is? It is. That's the Howe crest burned into the wood right there. This is my grandfather's bow. Or rather, my grandfather was the last to use it. It was originally made for an ancestor during the Exalted Marches. Thank you. It's good to have a part of my family's legacy again. Something to be proud of.